guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Ixion. Okay, so we've got a bit of a crisis on our hands with regards to housing. We are opening Cryonic Pods. We can't switch this thing off for the next 19 more cycles. And we need to prepare a room over here to move 100 crew members over from Sector 1 to Sector 2. So that will do. That's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and do that. We do need some more power. There's been a comment around maybe we should open Sector 4 and make it a bit of a housing district. That is actually not a bad idea. I also see that we don't actually currently have the issues.
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
Ooh, that's interesting. Pause it for a second while we quickly look. I think we were heading off over here. So if we're losing probes in this, it definitely means we don't want to be messing around in that area. So let's send out another probe, and probably not. I believe we were sending it off over there. I think that's where we were heading. So if we can't get a probe over there, that is a bit of an interesting one. Can we find ourselves? There's a bit of hydrogen over here. Question is, there's also seems to be oh no, it's probably that point over there. Ooh, there's something over here. Hydrogen. Ice. Ooh, there's a lot of iron and carbon over there, which is good. Something we can probably keep an eye on. But I'm just keen on seeing if we can't find any additional more iron. We take that there. Yeah, that's the one. What did we find over here? Lots of hydrogen, iron and carbon. Seems to be something over here. Okay, that's not too far. Let's pop that out over that way and see. So at the moment, we're not actually having any problems with... where is the melon at the moment? I think the melon is over here. Right? That's the melon. They're busy doing some stuff, I think. Event is available. We'll have a... Let's have a look. What's this? Oh, okay. So we are what we eat. Okay, the production area has been gutted for several hundred meters. The huge amount of floating carcasses has made it difficult for the team to differentiate between what is animal and what is not. The team did find several working cryopods and have prepared these for extraction. Production seems mainly to have been galliform through, though there are signs that rarer meats were produced. The Melons team wishes to specifically note that they found a cryopod containing a dog. The owner seems to have decided that the animal's life was more important than their own. Their corpse hangs onto the pod. Interesting. So lots of dark stuff happening. Entered data listening protocol. Now, what did we do? We investigated the animal pens. Provide a new home for the dog? I think that would be awesome if we do that. So, Naomi protocol, bypassing security measures. The Melon crew will bring the dog aboard the Tycoon. I think so. Who doesn't like a puppy? I think so. We'll do that. Let's grab that one as a final piece. There's a lots of... If I look at this, there's a lot of people, cryonic pods to be picked up. There's lots of food. There's a bit of science to be collected. So pretty cool on all of that. So we want to do that. At the moment, I don't think we're having any issues with anybody over here. We had issues with the corpses flying around, but that's okay. We can go back and finish off the other pieces of missions there. Now, over here, we have... How much room do we have available for people in Sector 2? Not at all. Oh, we're busy building a few things. Is this a demotic quarter? That's an optimized quarter. This is a demotic quarter. But the question has really been, do we build ourselves a couple of demotic quarters? Was that kind of the idea? I can't barely remember what we were busy doing. All integrity. Oh, it's full. Actually, let's switch that off then. If hull integrity is full at the moment, let's go about switching that off. We're getting another probe up and running there. We are slowly producing alloys at the moment. We've got plenty of iron available. We do need to keep in mind that we constantly need to move things through. Oh, so that one sorted us out over here. Now, the thing is, discovered a new point of interest. We'll have a look at that now. Now, the thing is, I do want to clean out this one so that we can do another demotic quarter and have even more room. Then we should have about enough room for the 100 people. So let's clear out that optimized quarter there. I think I just recently built it, didn't I? I don't play this all the time, so I do kind of mess things up a little bit. We do need more room over here, right? Well, if we move the people over, we should have a fair bit of room again. So the question is, what do we move over? Do we just move over workers, or what is it? What is it? This we say crew members, so we can 50-50 it if needs be. So if we go back in there, we go and grab population, we'll grab a demotic quarter, and we'll go about squeezing it in. To be honest, if we... Oh, hang on. I actually closed it out on this side.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Let's just grab that, put it in there. That should do the trick. Let's pop over to the science team. I think this was it. Here we go. Administrator, I don't know to expect this decision. I would remind you that dollars regulation prohibit animals on board the Tycoon. I do postulate, however, that the animal's presence may be a good for crew morale. Okay. Is that it? Well, we'll see. Maybe it does the thing. The Melon's crew will gather their equipment and leave the ruins of the food production district. So we'll do that. Now, the Melon can please go back to the Tycoon, get restocked. Oh, no, don't do that. Go in here first, grab our science, and then we'll go from there. We probably need to do some more research now. We do need to get cracking on moving those people over. As soon as the demotic quarter is done, we'll be able to do that. Now, let's have a quick look. When we have a look at our fleet, we still have plenty of iron to be mined and plenty of iron to be picked up, so that's fine. We've got carbon to be mined. We don't have any silicone, so that's of interest. Ice is available to be mined, and ice is still being picked up. We don't have any silicone being picked up at this point in time. So really, the Miss Brunner is going into Sector 2, so it could probably do with picking up iron as a final piece. Or, actually, forget about that, because we've got the Miss Brunner over there. Let's get it to go and pick up some food while it's got nothing to do. And even the glue scap can go and pick up some food, because even the glue scap has nothing to do at the moment. And I'm pretty sure the Diogenes and the Neshmet will have nothing to do very shortly. So we do need to make sure. Okay, but the Vesuvio will be going out and mining ice for us, which is right over here. Yeah. Okay. The Vesuvio is probably busy doing that already. It just needs to do a bit of a cleanup there. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we probably need to get the Melon back over there. We'll start doing some missions here in the industrial zone, and then we'll move the Tycoon back to the destroyed command center to see what we can get. Okay, so now they've got all the science retrieved. Let's grab the Melon and we'll head back to the Tycoon. We'll get restocked in terms of people. We did send. We've got some reactor wreckage over here, so we can definitely send. But plenty of places to send science ships if we have them available. So that's kind of the thing. This piece here, I'm kind of tempted at getting this done, but it's not quite as simple. Let's pause it while we quickly launch another probe. So we've lots of carbons. We probably need a little bit of silicone somewhere if we can. Our iron, there's still plenty of iron being mined. Carbon, not so much, though. If we get an area here that's carbon and silicone, maybe. Bit of iron there. That's a bit of silicone, and there we go. That's a good spot. Send it out over there. That'd be pretty useful. Carbon can still be mined, but we don't have anybody mining that just yet. Oh, it's once we've got the iron mined, then you'll go over to carbon. So carbon is less of an issue, actually. But anyway, it's fairly cheap for us to send out probes. We would want to see a fair bit of this. This is pretty close by as well, so it'll be a good spot to start mining a few things. Okay, let's pop back in here and see, did we finish out the MultiQuarter? Still a little bit underway, 17 crew members. I think this has been updated because now you can actually see the extent of the problem. Sector 2 does not seem to have any housing problems. Sector 2, yeah, the MultiQuarter that we built over here is doing what? Oh, it's actually filled up now. Oh, we'll probably need even another one.
A probe has completed its scan.
Excellent, that's good to see.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
In Sector 1, we've got a bit of a request going on. We'll just try and get this thing sorted out first. Food is coming in. How is our food looking? Our food is brilliant. Okay, that's another MultiQuarter ready to go. What I'll do is I'll close off this one, and we'll build another MultiQuarter over here. And then I'm hoping that means we should have sufficient spare capacity, but also maybe that'll let more people live in the MultiQuarters than anywhere else, giving us a permanent buff. That would be awesome. Optimized quarter is the moment. We'll have to go to +3 if we've got the MultiQuarter, if we've got the bulk of people living in the MultiQuarters. Okay, done with that. Let's grab that one in there, slot it in, and get cracking on building it. That's good. Cryonic Pods are being slowly cleared out. Over here. Oh, I see. Now the thing is actually going away. Good. What is it saying? Administrator, inconsistencies were detected within a crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, I have found that the crew member is actually a dog. A borzoi, to be exact. I have not discovered how it came to be on board. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving extremely beneficial to crew morale. A decision must be made concerning the animal's fate. Respect sanitary protocols. Officially recognize the dog as a member of the crew. That's a no-brainer. We're going to recognize the dog. Stability +1 permanent bonus. That's brilliant. Glad we did that. Hot dog. Excellent. So stability +1 permanent dog. Is that just in this quarter or all across the ship? Oh, what a good way to go. What a good way to go. That was a good outcome for us there. Alloys is looking reasonable. Ice is looking reasonable too. Not a big deal. Ice is okay. Water is being produced. Should have enough food. No problems. Yeah, all of that's pretty good. Once this MultiQuarter is done, and I'm assuming it's going to start construction soon. Yeah, there we go. There's the construction underway. Then we'll transfer our people, which should be we should be all good with that. We're fairly close to getting that done. Now, if we go out over here, okay, now silicone is being mined and will be picked up by the crew, so that's okay. We are okay with ice though. So what we've got a bit of a challenge on is we need to pick up something else with these guys. Don't want to go and pick up those just yet. So what I'll do is I will pick up a little bit of food with them while they've got nothing to pick up right now. We can send out another probe. So let's quickly do that. There's some ice over here. Carbon, a little bit of iron, ice and hydrogen. Let's send one out over there so we have the ability to do the hydrogen if we deem that necessary. Now, what I also want to do is let's get cracking on some more research. Okay, pause the game while we quickly look at it. So EVA airlock, bigger range, construction speed is increased. Shaping workers, repair efficiency is increased by 10%. That's not bad, but I don't think it's something that's necessarily important for us to do straight away. Organized by ants. Food production increased by 20%. Food production speed increased by 10% in insect farms, but I don't think that's of any interest. We've unlocked those. The MultiQuarter is a little bit different, and we're not going to do that just yet. The tycoon hull, reinforced steel. The hull deterioration whilst moving is reduced by 10%. Maybe we should do that. The shaping worker behavior upgrade is required to unlock this upgrade. The hull takes 20% damage from impacts, and then steel fiber patches. The hull's deterioration whilst moving is reduced by 20%. Okay, so that's okay. That would be of interest for us to do. Advanced analytics science generated during exploration is increased by 5%. I think that would be fairly reasonable to pick up, actually. That would be fairly reasonable to do. I don't think we need to move these guys any faster than they're moving at the moment. Mining, adaptive extraction, endoscopic drilling, customizable UI. Mining ships mine 20% faster. Leech mining extracts 20% more resources from a deposit. 30% more. That might actually be quite useful because we get through these things so quickly. That might actually be quite useful. Polymer refining is something that would be good to grab as well. The additional baths there, really. Docking bay, parts for Stanford. Infirmary. 5 more beds per infirmary. That's not bad either. We don't have any crop farms just yet, so that's okay. Anyway, we're really off to doing some of these other items. So we now have the Cult of the Hull. Provides +1 stability while the Cult of the Hull is propagating in a sector. So I don't know how we know that, so we'll double check and see that. The health center is good, but probably the nuclear power plant is something that's of interest. So let's grab ourselves the nuclear power plant. We'll go ahead and research that so that we can start looking at potentially getting some power from hydrogen instead of continuously building solar panels. That might be of interest for us. Okay, let's see. Where are we heading? We're almost done with this MultiQuarter over here. Let's pop on out. We are picking up food from these guys. And the melon is now ready to do its thing again. So let's we move the melon to the industrial zone. Let's do that. We'll move the melon out over there and we'll start looking at what we can do in the industrial zone.
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
Picking up some science in the first instance, which is good. We do need to come back over here, so I do want to keep an eye on this. There we go. Corpses floating in the sector. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's okay. That is absolutely fine. So what I'm interested in doing, corpses floating outside the station. So in 3.5 cycles, that'll become a problem. Excellent. I thought that might be the case. Okay, so are we ready to go with power? Okay, good. So we'll set up our power.
A probe has completed its scan.
Oh, look at that hull integrity there. My goodness, that was a big issue. That dropped like crazy. Let's get the hull sorted out for a cycle or two. Yeah, this is the new section area over here. There's a fair bit of hydrogen over there. That's good. That is good.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
I think that might be a problem for us right over there. Okay, now let's pop in here. Okay, the Itamananki Industrial Zone scan report. Scans have detected large quantities of steel around what appears to be wreckage of the Itamananki's industrial zone. We have arrived at the ruined industrial zone. The view is intriguing. In addition to the general debris and bodies that float everywhere, there are large piles of previously molten metals that have solidified when the area was exposed to the vacuum of space. The zone has been ripped open and much of the interior appears to have been blown away. The structural tears extends into the storage area full of suspended yellow particles. So explore the industrial zone. The Melons team will scout the industrial zone in the hope of finding cryopods and learning more about the ship's production capabilities. Investigate the storage area. The Melons team will investigate the storage area in the hope of finding refined resources, cryopods, and information. Look for the source of the yellow particles. The Melons team will follow the yellow particles through the storage area in an attempt to locate their source. I think I'm going to go with the investigate the storage area first. Let's start with this one. Let's start with the explore the industrial zone areas. We'll pop in and see. Let's get our hull integrity back up another cycle or two, and then we'll make a dash back to the main area. Is the demonic pod ready to go? So let's have a quick look over here. So sector 1 has got a lot of different things going on over there, and there is now enough room to move 100 people from sector 1 to sector 2. We would like to move 100 people. Before we do that, let's go over here to sector 1 and have a look. We don't have 100 work people to send there. So that is a bit of a challenge for us. So if we send 100 workers through, we won't have enough. But we are, well, actually, we're not that happy. We're not that happy in any of these sections. Oh, from hull integrity over 25. So we need that hull integrity up a little bit more. Anyway, so we're just going to send 50-50. Hang on, let's have a look. We can do 44. So we can do 40-60. Let's do 40 workers and 60 other crew members. So let's do that. So from sector 1 to sector 2, we would like to do only workers, 40 of them. Start the migration. And then we would like to do only non-workers, 60 of them, and start the migration. So there we go. So those two are underway. So that'll be the 100 people that we need to relocate from sector 1 to sector 2. Okay. We can then obviously move them again after that. And then once they arrive, there will be more people in the demonic quarters, and we'll start seeing that work out a little bit better for us. Even over here. Yeah, we need to start moving these people away. Need to start moving. So we've got an accident here. Do we need to do a repair, or is that okay? Yeah, I think that's okay. The Cryonic Pods will be will going up again. We've got 4 people that's, I'm assuming, not currently finding a bed to lay down in. How many do we still need? So we've done all of this, right? So we've done everything we need in terms of colonists. We've got 30 colonists available. I may as well switch this one off. Because the colonists have already been trained. We don't need that to be doing its thing. Now, what we will be doing is we'll try and improve our... How much power? 2.9, 2, and 1.9. So we may be able to switch a little bit of stuff off over here.
Population transfer complete.
Excellent. So we've managed to do that one, and we're still looking for a viable planet. What's our hull integrity looking like? I'll give it another... Jeez, yeah. We really need to not drop the hull integrity as much as we did.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So what are you saying? Administrator, despite its thorough chemical processing and convincing synthetic flavoring, food produced from waste is proving to be unpopular with the crew. Often the crew good-naturedly make jokes about the parallels between the food and their garbage, but sometimes the seeds of discord grow in the soil of humor. Promise to turn the mushroom walls off for at least 30 cycles. What do they expect? Grab. Okay, Thermidor. Okay, so that's fine. We've already switched it off, and you will become waste again. That's fine. That's the objective, but that's underway because it is off. So it's not a big deal. We haven't been using it. We have not been using it. How far do we have to go? Oh, did we get a new lease on life on the corpses thing? We did. We did. So everybody's quite happy for at the moment. We're doing a reasonable job.
Ship team has completed a task.
Okay, let's pop out there and see what's going on. Okay, the industrial zone itself is devastated. Both factory machinery and crew were covered by flying molten metal as depressurization occurred. As the metal solidified, grisly monuments were created. Sometimes all that remains of a body is a cracked metal shell. Cryopods found in this area had either been covered by steel or compromised. Our team was able to gather some information about Itamananki's production methods. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more. So let's go ahead and investigate the storage area. I'm worried that the yellow pieces are problematic altogether. Going to pick up some stuff there for us, but I'm really pretty keen on moving the Tycoon, actually. And we still need to find a viable planet. So there are 2 planets here. I'm hoping one of them might be viable. How much do we have here? There's plenty of iron, so we can still collect a fair bit of iron. There's plenty of silicone around. I do want to move the I want to move the Tycoon. Let's just do it. I think we're okay. At the moment, it's not a big deal. Oh, what I'm waiting on is hull integrity. But let's get hull integrity to about 500 and then we'll do it. That is the plan. Do we again have issues with housing? No, it's just every time someone pops out over here. Seems to be a housing issue. So what I'm pretty keen on is opening up the next sector. What's that going to cost us? We've got the alloys. We've got this. We've got the food. And we certainly have the workers to do so. And then we'll work our way towards the train. Let's override the locks. No. Let's hold off just a little bit more on that. How much do we need here? How many workers do we have available in Sector 3? And so in Sector 3, we do have about 40 spare workers ready to go, to be honest. Okay. So it's not a big deal. So we should be able to do that, but we do need a few extras. So let's move ourselves a couple more electronics into Sector 3. Let's do that. Make sure to move about 4 of them in there. Then we'll see about that. We are bringing in a fair bit of food at the moment. I want to make sure that that is quite comfortably continuing to run that way. We can probably send out another probe. So let's do that while we're at it. Launch another probe. There's more carbon. Something a little bit closer to here. More ice. More iron. More silicone. More ice. Ooh, ice and carbon. Lots of ice and carbon over here. Ooh, fair bit of carbon and iron. Ice, silicone maybe somewhere over here. Yep. Carbon. Ooh, a big chunk of silicone. And some ice. Okay, pop it out. See what's happening over there. Okay, what's our hull integrity looking at? We needed to get it about 500, I think, before we make that move. It dropped out again. It's not an issue anymore. That is insane. I still would like to get it done. Lots of silicone actually coming in. And food and yeah, lots of food available, even though we are picking it up from the outside. Is there still food being collected? No, we've collected most of the food over there. So let's have a quick look at our fleet management. So no one else is now picking up food for us anymore. Let's move out of that. Okay, so now there's a bit of ice to be collected. We can start sending people to go and collect these, but that's a little bit of an issue for us. Yeah, we have plenty of iron, to be honest. To collect more of it is probably more problematic than anything else. Yeah, so let's just get we need to get it mined and collected. So that's all. Actually, we're doing a pretty reasonable job now. Hull integrity, once it's up to 500, we'll move it along, and actually probably going to end the episode. We'll move the tycoon in the next one. Oh, actually, let's wait for this. This is practically done, and then in the next episode we'll move the tycoon back to the command center, and we'll finish off those missions there. We should be fine.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Ooh, that looks good. The storage area seems to have been the battleground for a large violent clash. Workers attempted to repel an invader using small firearms and improvised weaponry. Apart from the cutting laser marks across bodies and containers, there is no evidence that identifies the invader. The large majority of the storage area seems to have been emptied. But after some searching, the Netherlands team located a number of intact cryopods and resource containers. Everything has been prepared for extraction. Okay, so plenty of alloys, which is good to always see, and some electronics and more cryopods. So let's look for the source of the yellow particles. That's okay. We'll get going on that, and yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. Actually, let's wait for the probe to get here. Let's move it on a little bit. What's our hull integrity looking like? Oh, that's reasonable. Maybe if it's up at 600 in the next episode, we'll go from there. We do want to end up collecting that. So actually, let's grab the fleet guys to just say, firstly, do that. So the Diogenes can quickly go in and collect those silicone. Or those electronics. What are we seeing over here?
The probe has completed its scan.
Do we need more silicone straight away? Probably not. So instead of doing that, let's get you there and there. So just stick to the ice for now, and then we'll go from there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. We are moving our way through this, and we should be doing well. We're trying to get a colonizable planet. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!